Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. Here I come, here I go. Uh-oh, don't stop, move. You see that headlight, you hear that crowd. Hey, that's what I do. True, true. What are you doing? Hi, let me stop tripping with y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm in celebration mode today because I am done writing my second book. Walking Treasure will be published on sale by the end of this week. I'm so excited about that. Also, I finally got True Value Knowing Your Worth on paperback. You can go to Amazon and order. Well, I'm waiting for the confirmation email, but I did create my paperback book of Walking Treasure, and it will be on sale soon, where you can just go to Amazon and order my book right off of line. So I just been busy, and I am grateful, and I am blessed, and God has been working. But I just want to come to you guys with a quick message on today, you guys. Today I want to talk to you a little about when will things get better. That is the question of a lifetime. I would say of the day, of the month, of the week, of the century, of the year. But that is the question of a lifetime. Like, oh God, when are things going to get better? Like, mama tired, mama feet tired, mama just been going through it for so long. Like, when are things going to get better? And plain and simple, guess what, you guys? I have the answer to that question. You want to know when things is going to get better? Things will get better when you get better. That's when things get better. Things get better for me when I get better. Things get better for all of us when we get better. We can't change the direction that the wind blows. We cannot change the different seasons. We cannot change people. We cannot change our family members. We cannot change the economy. We cannot change the politics. All we can control is us. So when we get better, that's when things get better. I mean, I know we love to be perfect weather friends. We wish that every day could be 70 and sunny, but in all reality, some days are going to be cold and some days are going to be hot. Winter, spring, summer, fall, seasons change. We have to adapt to the change. When it gets cold outside, what do? You layer up. You put more clothes on. You adapt to the weather. So when you go outside, you can't not go to work, not go to the supermarket. You won't have no food. You gotta roll with the punches. And you want strength. You want strength in your body. You just want to strengthen your bones. Oh, Lord, give me strength to do the things that I need to do. We all know that feeling. We have all been there. So don't look at me crazy, like I'm the only one who has to adapt to the way that things are. Sometimes we have to work a little harder than others. But things will simply get better when we get better. Working on ourselves is the most profitable investment. I ain't gonna call you a thing. I ain't gonna call myself a thing either. But it is the most profitable investment that you will ever make in your entire life. Like, you working on yourself will make you so much valuable to yourself, to your family, to your to the world, to your community, to your job. You know what? When you should work harder on yourself than you work at your job. You know, you should just be of great value to yourself. Even if one day they decide to shut the company down, to move on past you, you no longer fit in their budget. You know, all of the years of hard work you invested in that company is gone down the drain. Your 401k, or you know, your social security and all of that kind of stuff. Like, whatever they choose or decide to do, once they choose to move on past you being of any value to their company, you should be of great value to yourself. You should still be of great value to your family, whether you got money or whether you don't have money. We all need money to survive, but work on yourself. Personal growth is the best thing that you would ever take time out to do in your entire life. I was having a conversation with one of my church members last night. I was so grateful that she called to check on me. I haven't been to that particular church or talked to her since the last time I've been there. And she was telling me how things were going, and I know that she was having some issues with her health. And I said, well, how's that going? And she was telling me that she was so busy doing for others, it had came a point of time where her health had to completely crash, and she was to the point where she was no value to herself or to others, because she did not prioritize her own health in spite of everything that was going on with everybody else. And I tried to make this point so clear, and I just really want people to get it. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot give something that you don't have. You cannot run yourself in a hole trying to care for everyone else's needs, and you are not healthy, or you are not the way that you need to be of any value to other people. Like, it's just not going to happen, and we should not allow ourselves to get to the point where nothing can be done. Like, God just set you right on down. You know, there's been times where God had to sit me down. Like, my eyes just looked like they was bleeding. I'm like, I'm just so tired from running after everybody else. It has came a point in different times where I just had to completely shut it off after a certain time. Like, I will help you, and I might make some time out to help you. After that, I can't help nobody else. Not today. You know, Lord willing, if he give me the strength in my bones, I will make time to help, you know, who I can, when I can, tomorrow. And I have to nurture myself. I have to nurture my soul. I have to pray. I have to drink plenty of water. You know, I mean, I have ran myself dry to the point where I am literally dehydrated, because I don't want to drink as much water that I know I need to drink, because I know it's going to make me go to the bathroom, and I'm going to be out so busy chasing behind everybody else and the things that they need, that I neglect the fact that I had to drink a certain amount of water a day. Those days for me is over. I would never neglect my water intake, because I feel as though I'm so obligated to do for someone else that I can't even nurture my body. And I'm just using that one thing for example, the way that I need to nurture my body, because I'm so busy helping everybody else. You can't. You absolutely cannot. And when we get the point of that, that's when we begin to get better. That's when we add value to ourselves. That's when we can do what God wants us to do. That's when we can get in alignment with where we need to be at, and go where we need to go, and do what we need to do, and all of that good stuff. You cannot fail to neglect yourself in any way, shape, form, or fashion. You can't say, I don't have time to read a book to better myself. I am really learning the importance of reading. I will sit down and enjoy me a good book leisurely, but even the more that I listen to motivational speaking, the more they talk about how important reading is. Like, you add so much value to yourself when you take the time out to read healthy things that is going to stimulate your mind, something that you can add value to this world, that you can apply to yourself. Knowledge is literally power. I know it's cliche. I know we have been saying it for 101 years, and it is something that we say to try to get kids to read. Kids ain't the only ones that need to be reading. Us as adults need to be reading too, and I incorporate that one main important thing when I'm doing my in-person motivational speakers. And I notice people look at me kind of crazy when I talk about the importance of reading. I cannot express to you how important it is to pick up something and read it every single day. You literally add value to yourself, and you will become a great asset to this world. People will not want to go on without you with their companies. They know the value that you carry because you took time out to add value to yourself, to nurture yourself, to do things that is important to make yourself get better. So sometimes we think that we are wasting our time by doing things that will add value to ourselves, by, giving ourselves that self-care, or taking time out to worship, or think about how grateful that we are, or to nurture our spirit, to take care of our spirit, count our blessings, think about how grateful we are. You don't have to knock on the door and tell your next door neighbor, you over here taking you a nice hot bath and getting yourself some self-care. You don't have to tell nobody. When I went somewhere and started working on myself, I ain't tell nobody. Nobody even knew. For all they knew, until now, they see, it's obvious the work that I've been doing on myself over the past years, but this has been a process in the making for years. I just celebrated 9 years clean and sober, and every bit of that 9 years, even before I became completely sober, I've been working on myself. Something inside of me always knew that I was better than what people try to convince me I was. And I lashed out in so many kind of ways. I was explosive at a point in my life. I mean, I was cussing everybody out because people continued to try to treat me below what I knew in my heart for a fact that I deserved to be treated. So I kept digging, and I kept searching, and I kept lashing, and I'm cussing people out. I'm like, leave me alone. Oh, it was horrible. The old me, it was horrible, because I knew that it was more to me than what people try to convince me that it was. Like, y'all ain't gonna just keep treating me like this. Like, I knew that it was a value so precious down inside of me that it didn't even compare to how people tried to treat me. My own family, they tried to treat me like dirt. I was like, no, I just wasn't convinced. I was completely unconvinced, and it took everything inside of me. I lashed out in every kind of way. I cursed out just about everybody I could possibly think of. My mother, I cursed everybody out because I knew it was something inside of me. I knew that I was not the bruised, beaten, a child, molested child that everybody tried to treat me as. I felt like I was categorized and put into this place that I was assigned, and that I was told that I could not go any further. I knew it was a lie. Something inside of me always knew that that was not the truth about me. So instead of me lashing out on everybody all the time, I had to get it together. I said, I need to work on myself. I need to work on myself because it is something inside of me that has to be unleashed. Like, these lies have to be uncovered. the things that they saying about me is not true. I will not settle for this. So it was by all means necessary. I tried everything that I can possibly do in my power to receive the outcome that I have to this very day. And it was worth every single step of the way. I'm telling you. So, and that just all came from me getting better. In the process of me working on myself, with me getting better, my life began to take a turn that I did not even realize that it could possibly take. When I think about my children and how amazing that they are growing up to be beautiful human beings in this world, it brings tears to my eyes. When I think about how far God has brought me, and I never needed a single thing. We never missed a meal. We never got any of our utilities turned off, all through my divorce and the separation, and me just having to start from the bottom, losing everything. My car got repoed. I had my things in storage. It got sold for $5, and then they tried to charge me $700. I'm like, what? You sold my stuff for $5, and then you gonna try to charge me $700? I'm like, nah, this ain't right. This cannot be happening. But I lost everything more than once. I had to start from the bottom, and something inside of me just told me to continue to work on myself and continue to move forward. I did everything that I had to do, everything in my power. I was so resilient and persistent. I just did not give up on myself, because I knew I was worth it, and I knew that I mattered. So the better I got, the better my life continues to get. The better I get, my life gets better. The more I work on myself, the more my life improves, and the more my life continues to get better. So that is the answer to that question of a lifetime. Like, when will things get better? I'm praying hard, I'm working hard, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing everything that I can possibly be doing, and things don't seem to be getting better to me. But are you getting better? Because once you take time out to work on yourself and get better as a person, you will see your life do a complete 360. You will begin to enjoy life on levels that you did not even realize that was imaginable. You will receive more than what you asked for and what you prayed for when you become a better person. Things will absolutely get better when we get better. And I know that from my personal experience, and I know that's just not for me. That's just for everybody. That is a word from the wise. I'm out here dropping jewels on y'all. But anyway, that is my hump day message of the day. I'm so glad that I was able to come to you guys with that motivational message of the day. Lord willing, I will be back on Thursday with another motivational message of the day. In the meantime, you guys continue to stay blessed.